Hi, my name is Shane Chapman. Welcome. You're confused about what to use for your composite deck. No kidding, there's a ton of products out there. What should you use? This video today is going to teach you all about the different types of composite, the different brands, price points, and what you can expect within each of those so that you choose the right product for your project. Composite decking, or composite for our Canadian friends, can be a very confusing thing. There's many different types out there. Composite is not composite. So we're going to teach you a little bit about what the different types are so that when you start your search, you understand what you're looking at a little bit better. So this is a traditional wood plastic composite board. Now, 15 years ago, 20 years ago when composites first came out, this is what they were. They were a mixture of recycled plastic and wood fiber extruded through a Play-Doh machine, embossed with a grain pattern on them, and away you go. But the problem with this is that you can see in the board that there's exposed wood fiber in there. You can see the flakes. And what that means is that over time, the mold growth is a potential for this. There is fading and staining issues are certainly going to happen. And so that's not an ideal experience for a long-term project. So what the manufacturer started to do was move to what we call a capped composite. You might hear this referred to as capstock as well. The core of the board is the same thing. Recycled plastic, wood fiber, but now they've added a pure layer of plastic, HDPE plastic, over top to give it that fade and stain resistance as well. This is a better product 9 times out of 10 than a traditional uncapped composite. So make sure you look for something that gives you this, otherwise you won't get that fade and stain warranty. All your major brands like Trex, TimberTech, Fiberon, etc. are using capped composites nowadays. It's just a better product. The mineral-based composites is exclusive to Deckorators. That's the one brand you're going to find this. And so instead of using a wood filler, they're using a limestone mineral mix. That's the actual filler in the board that gives added strength, highest strength to weight ratio in the industry. It's also lighter weight than traditional composites. In this case, also has great traction, but a really good product, just a different way of making things. This is fantastic stuff, and the fact that it doesn't have any organic material in it means it can be installed in the water, on a dock if you had to, around a pool. There's nothing that can really go wrong with it due to moisture. And the final category is PVC. Wolf, Fiberon Paramount, Fiberon Promendade, AZEK, those are all PVC manufacturers. Now PVCs also do not have any filler in them. They're 100% plastic, so they have much of the same benefits as the mineral-based composite, but you are going to get a beautiful finish, usually on both sides, not always, but a really nice finish that can be installed anywhere as well. The warranty on the PVC boards is typically longer than on a composite because there's no organic material in it. So hopefully that helps to identify what you're looking at the next time you pop into one of your local stores. With so many options out there for composite decking, how could you possibly know what the best choice is for your budget? We're going to go over 3 different budget levels, starting with the most affordable to the most premium, so that you understand what the differences are. You've gone to your local store, you've looked at some composite options, some are $2, some are $6. What's the difference? Today we're going to talk about the $2 options. Now this price point may change depending on your market, but these are the lower cost budget options from all the major manufacturers. To let you know what you're getting in this type of stuff versus some of the higher end stuff, let's get through this and look at it and then compare them against each other as well. This board here happens to be from Trex. If there's one brand you know in composite decking, it's Trex. Now Trex offers boards at every price point, from low end to high end. Their low end boards, what you're giving up, basically, you are going to get a scalloped profile. So that means there is material removed through the back of the board that my fingers are gliding through here. And the reason for that is twofold. One is to reduce the amount of input materials that are going into it to keep costs low, and it reduces shipping weight. So you're able to put more in a truck, therefore keeping your freighting costs low as well. So it's just a profile that's used by pretty much all manufacturers at their budget lines to reduce cost. Now, is that going to affect the strength of your deck? Not really. Technically, sure. This will break under less pressure in a hydraulic press than a higher end full thickness board would, but it still installs the same way as your high end boards would, on 16 inches on center, 12 inches if you want to feel a little bit of a stiffer feel on your deck. You're unlikely to get much coloring at your budget level boards. This one here happens to be from the Enhanced line, Basics line from Trex. This is called Saddle. You can see it's just a plain brown with an embossing to it. Not super pretty to look at. That's what you get when you start spending a bit more money, but it's going to give you all the same benefits of no maintenance for one, no fading and staining for another, and a nice long warranty. This one here, 25 years, fading, staining, and structural. So this is a great option, limited in colors, 3 colors from Trex, but if you're looking for a good price point with a nice warranty on it, it's a good option. Next up, we've got the TimberTech Edge line, and this is very similar price point to the Trex product. You'll also notice that it is also scalloped, however, a little bit different of a profile. There's no right or wrong, it's just what each company has chosen to do, but for the same reasons, to reduce cost, they've done that. Now, these boards, compared to the Trex boards, are a bit more durable, we've found. So if you've got some stones in your shoes and you're walking around, this is gonna hold up a little bit better than the Trex product. However, it's also a little bit more plain looking. The embossing isn't as interesting, it's much more of a hairline grain. You're also limited in color options as well. Your warranty is similar, 25 years as well. Again, will not fade or stain. Good option too. It comes down to aesthetic, and if you want that little bit of extra durability, that maybe it's a better product for you. Now, finally, we're going to talk about the Fiberon product. This is the Good Life line. Also, again, there's limited colors in this lineup. This happens to be the Cottage, which is a fantastic selling board. Very, very, very popular. You can see right now, compared to the other ones, in holding it up, that the embossing on it is much more aggressive, much more interesting. I think looks a lot nicer than either of the previous products. It is around that same price point. The warranty is the same as well, 25 years again. Your durability is, I would say, in the middle. A little bit better than the Trex, not quite as good as the TimberTech. At the end of the day, every deck is going to scratch. It's just how long it takes to happen. But the features and benefits are the same, so really, shop for the one that looks best to you, the color that works the best, and the graining that you think looks the best. Again, scalloped, same story as before. Those are the three major brands. You will find other ones out there. Deckorators Trailhead is a great option. Be careful at this price point because there is a lot of garbage out there. I won't say it any other way. There's a lot of junk. The box stores are famous for carrying stuff that's imported that's not really meant for our climate. If the price seems too good to be true, it probably is. So stick to a good, reliable brand like Trex, TimberTech, Fiberon, Deckorators, and you'll be safe. You've been shopping for your new composite deck and you've decided that you don't want to cheap out on the budget boards, but you also don't have the budget for the high-end premium stuff, so you're thinking, let's just kind of settle into the middle and find a good option there. Good choice. Here's some options. Trex offers this really nice looking board in their Enhanced Naturals line that gives you some variegated coloring through it, so we're starting to get a little bit more realistic than what you would find in a budget board. That said, still a scallop profile. Again, this is here because we're trying to reduce the cost of the board by having less material inputs as well as a lower freight cost through shipping it because it weighs less. So other than that, it's not giving you anything above and beyond what the budget boards are aside from aesthetic. The warranty is the same, 25 years, fade, stain, and structural. TimberTech also gives you a variegated board. It's very similar to their budget board, identical actually, aside from that added coloring to it that actually makes quite a punch because if you remember, the original non-variegated board looks very plain, so not any coloring in here. The graining is very straight. It's kind of boring looking, to be honest. This one adds a lot of character. It's a very nice upgrade. You do still have that scallop profile again to reduce shipping costs. Your warranty is the same. Very good option, just gives that extra aesthetic again. Now TimberTech also gives you the Terrain line. Now the Terrain line comes in solid colors and variegated options. They are still scalloped in the same profile, however, the difference being that they are fully capped all sides. So if you need to put this in an environment where the bottom of the board may not get great ventilation, this is a better option because it'll protect the wood fibers in the core of the board as well. Some people, I'm not one, I think this is silly, but some people say that if you put these boards up on an upper level deck and you're going to see the bottoms, that the bottom of this board looks nicer than the bottom of some of these other boards like this one. I don't know. To me, that's a bunch of fluff. But if you think that you're going to want a nice bottom-looking board, then I suppose that gives you that option as well. Now, Fiberon in the Sanctuary line offers a really nice option. This is the first one that starts to get you into those multiple colored, variegated, it looks very real. This one happens to be called Chai. It's a very nice board. You're getting into a full thickness now, so there's no scallops on the bottom of the board. It's also not capped on the back, so it is still exposed. In most environments, that's fine. But you do get that beautiful embossing and the beautiful coloring in a product like this. Your warranty also bumps up to 40 years on this, fade, stain, and structural again. And not to be left out, Deckorators actually makes a wood plastic composite as well with a full cap on it. 3 sides, not the back. Again, beautiful variegation, very similar to the Fiberon product, quite durable. Again, great warranty, very nice looking product again. This is kind of what you're getting when you go up to that mid-tier is aesthetic for the most part. Sometimes a little bump in warranty as well, but for the most part, it's purely aesthetic. So those are some great options. Again, don't cheap out on this stuff. finding a nice board in that mid-price point is a good idea because you will get the looks of a high-end premium board without breaking the bank, but you know you're still getting a good product from your favored brands like Trex, Fiberon, TimberTech, Deckorators. So you've decided on your new composite deck that you're going to spend a little bit and make sure you get the best of the best out there, because this deck's probably going to be on your house for the next 50 years. So why not get the best of the best? To go through the best of the best, we're going to show a few options here. There are a number of products out there and lines from different brands that all kind of fall into this category, but we're going to go through a few. Now, if you've watched previously, we've mentioned different types of composites: mineral-based composites, wood plastic composites, and PVC. The premium tier is where you're going to find all of those playing. And so you're not going to find a PVC board in the budget range, but you will find it in the premium range. So I'll specify what's what here. This board here from Fiberon is a full PVC board. Now this is the Promendade line. If you're looking for something with really good traction on it, this is going to give you that. If you're looking for something with good scratch resistance, this is going to give you that. Warranty on these boards, on all of these, is going to be really good. Anywhere from 50 years to limited lifetime warranties on fading, staining, structural damage. So you get a nice long warranty. You don't have to worry about this decomposing or fading or flaking or any of that. This comes in a lot of really nice colors. This is one of the most realistic looking boards to actual hardwood. So I think the Fiberon Promendade line is a really nice option. Now Fiberon also offers a PVC line called Paramount that you can also look at, as well as their wood plastic composite premium boards in the Concordia line, which, to be honest, between you and I, is quite slippery, albeit beautiful. So if you're looking for aesthetics first and foremost, have a look at the Concordia line, but if you need something with traction, stick to this. Wolf Serenity is another full PVC board. This is another board that gives you that nice long 50-year/limited lifetime warranty. Your fading and staining is covered, your structural is covered. Then really cool thing about the Wolf product is that it's actually finished on both sides. So if you want to use this in a privacy wall application where you're going to see the front and back, it's perfect for that. But even just when you're installing this, it's really nice that if you have this board down about to install it and you notice there's a big scar or scratch or something here, you can flip the board and continue to install it without losing a step. So really nice product. They have some beautiful colors. I honestly believe that Wolf probably provides some of the nicest coloring in the industry. They're absolutely beautiful products. Again, really strong warranty as well. Full PVC, so you can install it anywhere. Pretty much the same benefits as the Fiberon Promendade line. Now you've probably seen this one around because this is Trex, so you can find Trex everywhere, all your box stores, your local lumber yards. It's very easy to find. Trex is a wood plastic composite with a cap on it, so still a good product. You do have to be a little bit more careful about where you install it because they do have ventilation requirements. 6 inches beneath the bottom of the joist has to provide some airflow, or the wood fibers in the bottom of the board may absorb some moisture. But they do back that up with a 25-year warranty on fading, staining, and structural. This is a very durable board to scratching. Nobody will warranty scratching, but some are better than others. This one is very durable. You do get this nice aggressive streaking in it, very black aggressive streaking. They've got a lot of colors. They're very vibrant. It's a nice product if you're looking for something that gives you that added durability. MoistureShield Vision line here, very unique look to this board. This does give you a lifetime warranty on your structural and your fade and stain, so very, very comprehensive warranty. The look is to be desired. Some people are going to like it, some people are not. I've heard it referred to as kind of a Play-Doh-y look, which until I heard that wouldn't have made any sense. And I heard it and looked and thought, it kind of has a Play-Doh-y look. Very unique look. You can find some boards from these guys that do have what they call their cool deck technology that will keep these boards from getting not quite as hot. They still get quite warm, but there's a minor advantage in the cool deck technology. But other than that, it's a nice full thickness board, wood plastic composite again, good strong warranty on the board as well. Now, I might anger some people here. Not you, you're going to appreciate this, but I think that the Deckorators Voyage product is probably the best board in the industry right now, and I'm going to tell you why. So the Deckorators Voyage product, this is a mineral-based composite. So that mineral-based composite means you get that added strength. You can install it anywhere, it doesn't matter. I should mention you can install the MoistureShield one anywhere as well. But the benefits of this Deckorators Voyage line are things that you're not going to find in the other ones. One of the major ones is the expansion and contraction. Composite decking is very famous for growing and shrinking when the temperatures rise and fall. So if you're in an area that has a winter and a hot summer, you're going to find that your joints where your boards have butted together in the winter are going to open up as things shrink. That's going to happen with your wood plastic composites, and it's going to happen even more with your PVC boards. They actually move more. But the mineral-based composite from Deckorators is incredibly thermally stable. So it doesn't move much at all. So if you're somebody who's going to be bothered by the fact that your joints are opening up, this product is a serious contender because it just doesn't move as much as the others. It's going to stay nice and consistent. The other major benefit of this is the traction. It's actually insane how much traction this has compared to the others. Now, the PVC boards I mentioned before are good. The Fiberon Promendade, the Wolf Serenity have really good traction. I would give them maybe a 7 out of 10. The composite boards, however, are not great. I would give them like a 4 or 5 out of 10. They're a little bit slick when they get wet, but this Deckorators Voyage line is an 11 out of 10. It's crazy how much traction this has. So if that's important to you, then this is the board for you. It's nice and light to work with, comparable to the PVC products. The composites are heavier, typically the wood plastic ones. And the graining in this is beautiful. If you're looking for something with a nice subtle streaking that looks a little bit more realistic, this is going to do it for you. As well, you get a nice long warranty. So 50-year structural, 25-year fade and stain, and 25 years on removal and replacement. So if something goes wrong with the board, they're going to cover the labor to remove and replace it as well, which nobody else really does. Some have a little tiny bit of warranty if one of their certified people installs it and checks all the boxes and everything. This one, they will cover the labor warranty no matter who's installing it, even you as a homeowner, as long as you've done it correctly. So that's really fantastic. So lots to love about this board. Certainly, I'm not saying this will be the best board forever. These are all great companies with a lot of resources that can come out with new products that may someday become the best. But in my opinion right now, best board in the market right now is the Deckorators Voyage. One nice thing about the Deckorators Voyage is they do come in multiple widths as well. So if you want to get creative with your styling, your standard board is 5.5 inches wide. You can also get a 3.5 inch, a 7.25 inch, which is this one, a 9.25 inch, and an 11.25 inch. So it really opens up your creativity. You can do a lot of different patterns and styles and play with your stairs and your borders and your picture frames and your cocktail rail and your rail with all these different widths that are available. Those are available from other companies as well. TimberTech AZEK does have some width options. We didn't show you any TimberTech AZEK here today, but they are great boards as well. The high-end TimberTech lines, like for example the Legacy line or the AZEK lines, are great products as well. Find some of these in the store, have a look at them, play around with them. Know that as long as you stick with a good brand and their premium lines, you're getting basically the best products that are out there. So there you have it, this wide, wonderful world of composite decking and all the different types and options and price points out there. I hope this has been helpful for you to figure out what you want to do. But one last thing, people always ask us, well, what would you do? Listen, I think it's either worth spending all the money or little of the money, my personal opinion. So I think if you're going to be budget conscious, I think stick with the budget boards like Fiberon Good Life. That's what I put on my house. I think it's a really good entry-level option. It's got nice embossing to it, nice graining. The price point is nice. It gives you most of the major benefits that the higher-end products do, but keeps the budget really respectable. But if you do have the budget for the high-end boards, they are undoubtedly nicer. If I had no budget of a concern for me, I would do the Deckorators Voyage product 9 times out of 10 because I think it looks beautiful. I love the fact that it's very thermally stable. I love the traction on it. But everybody has their own requirements. If you require something more durable, maybe Trex Transcend is the option for you. If you have any questions about your specific use case and what you think might be the best for you, ask in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.